Be honest, they're not the kind of jokes that I personally would make, but we've literally gotten to the point where making edgy jokes makes
differ. And then there's a picture of Kris.
It's private, no logs. It's something people use very personally and use very often intimately. So it's how it's used.
Kris Tyson getting exposed was not on anyone's bingo card, but here we are. From having questionable taste in art, we're talking about the kind of pictures that land you in jail to interacting with young kids. Kris really got themselves deep in the gutter, and to be fair, there's no coming back this time. Many know Kris as the co-host of MrBeast channel.
Kris is one of my oldest friends. I've known him basically my entire life, and especially when I was doing videos earlier on, he was the funniest.
But it looks like she's about to go down in internet history for something completely different. If we want to pinpoint the exact moment when this entire mess started, we'd probably say last year. Back in 2023, Kris kicked up a storm by coming out as trans. She also let folks know that she had started hormone replacement therapy and changed her name to Ava Kris Tyson.
You've had a lot of people speculating on your gender.
Yes.
You know, just you growing out your hair.
Yeah.
I mean, today you showed up fully presenting as a woman.
I did, because I am a woman.
Were the fans shocked? Yes. Was there a backlash? Yes. After all, she had a big hand in one of the biggest channels on YouTube. But you know how they say that not all attention is good attention? Well, it turned out to be particularly true for Kris, as she found herself exposed for liking an online artist by the name of Shadbase, or the real Shadman. Before we get into the allegations against Kris, we should probably throw this out there. Shadbase is not your typical artist. They are into drawing inappropriate images, the kind we can't bring up here without risking a YouTube ban. So the question is, how did someone like Shadbase and Kris end up sitting at the same table? Well, you see, Kris bought this totally inappropriate and unsafe artwork for work. And no one's making this up, because Kris tweeted about the artwork on their account, writing, "This is coming from the guy who owns a Shadbase drawing and has it as a centerpiece in his living room." He also tweeted, "Bonus fidget spinner to really throw in some extra autism," along with the picture of the artwork. She even tagged the artist. Talk about a 101 tutorial on how to dig your own grave. FYI, though we can't show the picture here, it shows a girl wearing an "I have autism" cap, holding a weapon to her mouth and a tattoo on her leg that says BBC. And if you've been on the dark side of the internet, you know exactly what that means. And before anyone tries to defend her by saying that she might have been sent the artwork, that questionable image was spotted in one of MrBeast's videos, tipping pizza delivery guys $10,000. Fast forward to 9 minutes and 25 seconds into the video, and you can easily spot the artwork on the wall. That's why you should think twice about what you post on the internet, kids. But that's not even the half of it. As internet detectives went down the rabbit hole to dig up more dirt on Kris, they found a clip of her from a stream years ago where she showed Shadbase's artwork.
We'll post a clip from their live stream where they accidentally visited Shadman's website.
Looks like someone had been sitting on this one for years. And to be clear, no one's buying the explanation of her accidentally stumbling on the website. Because, you see, it's not a one-time thing. Kris has done a lot of questionable things over the years. Back in 2016, she tweeted, "Nothing gets my knob a-crankin' like some L-word." On April 16th, 2018, she once again directly mentioned Shadbase, writing, "No Beast Boy trap. Shad, you've changed." Basically, she was asking the artist to draw a Beast Boy from the Teen Titans series in his questionable art style. And there's a record of her replying to a tweet showing off characters from Gravity Falls kissing each other. They're twins, so at that point, it's just masturbation, right? Mind you, the characters from the show are really young, and Kris was 21 at the time. Most of these interactions took place after Shadman was exposed. Back in 2017, he made some compromising art of actress Daphne Keane, who was in the Wolverine movie. Though she was only 12 years old at the time, that didn't stop Shadman. Of course, that picture made it to Daphne's team, who showed Shadman the door with the cease and desist order. And that's exactly why the backlash is crazy. To top it all off, Kris has been facing transphobic comments as well, pushing her into a corner. In this situation, the only way out for her seemed like an early retirement. She released a statement saying, "I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health." Though fans have not accepted her apology, with many people saying she deserves jail for her actions. But you see, that's only the tip of the iceberg. A YouTube channel called Prism also exposed Kris for acting inappropriately with a young fan on the internet. Though the video hasn't gone viral, the allegations are worth investigating. It digs into Kris's interaction with the fan who was born in 2003. Kris was born in 1996, so there is a 7-year age gap. Prism showed screenshots of Kris asking Lava to moderate her stream. This tweet from 2018 means that Lava was 14 at the time, while Kris was 21. We're sure she could have found adults for the job, but she chose to go with someone far younger than her. But before anyone says this was a one-time interaction, well, it wasn't. That same year, Kris made another tweet, this time talking about how after one more Patreon donation, she'll release her nudes. And guess who the internet found in the reply section? Lava. They made a $1 donation to Patreon and called Kris Big Boy, which raises all kinds of red flags. The two exchanged some words, with Kris finally writing, I posted some fire nudes for you, please no share. Yeah, someone please ring up the police. But here's where things get interesting. It turns out that Lava and Kris had been talking behind the scenes on Snapchat. Someone else definitely needed to be in the chat because Kris was not acting appropriately. Lava posted about receiving a weird snap from Kris. More screenshots are showing the weird dynamic between the two. Lava once posted a picture of a banana with the caption, practice with this, Kris. And it's not hard to figure out what they're referring to here. At one point, Kris even showed a picture of James Charles with the caption, Lava's mom tomorrow. Again, why is someone defending this woman? None of her actions are even up for debate. She shouldn't have been anywhere near a young fan after her interactions with Shadman. What's interesting though is that the victim jumped to defend Kris. Lava said Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of, he added. This situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I'm not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. Lava also asked for the videos spreading misinformation to be taken down. But to be fair, Lava was a kid back then, so they may not have understood how wrong the situation was. At the same time, a few folks have defended Ava, saying that her statements were only edgy jokes.
But it's gotten to the point where people started digging into like old tweets of theirs and stuff like that to find some reason to cancel them. And the latest thing is that apparently Kris Tyson is a pedophile because he made some edgy jokes about Lolly and kids.
But the question is, how long are we going to ignore this kind of behavior by using edgy jokes as an excuse? Apart from that, most fans want to know if MrBeast knew about the kind of person Kris was. If he did, and he still chose to work with her, well, then we might have a problem on our hands. Thankfully, he's not coming to Kris's defense at the moment. After the rumors got out of hand, MrBeast tweeted, over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I'm disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable facts. He also tweeted about hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation. The YouTuber said, I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further action based on their findings. The situation got so bad that MrBeast just officially severed all ties with Kris and even hired his own private investigation team to dig into all the allegations against Kris. And that's all for today. What do you think of the situation? Do you think Kris deserves jail time? What about the victim coming to her defense? Let us know in the comments section below.